Hey, family. Well, I can't see how to drop my boxes. Shrink. What's that? One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight. No. I've been trying to get rid of some of the boxes. I don't like them being up like that. I can't see how to take them down. Look, now I wrote down a topic, right? I want some of you very educated, smart women to help me. Intellectual, bright, smart women. I wrote this down, right? What can you teach a 64-year-old retired grandfather about living life? What can you teach a 64-year-old retired grandfather about living life? And the reason why I'm making this statement, because I was talking to somebody the other day. I explained to them I've been married twice. I have four daughters, right? I tried to mold and shape my last wife. It did not work. It did not work. So I'm doing this to be smart because I need for a woman to tell me that feel like they need to fix me and teach me something. Number one, this is the Couch Conversation Show. This is the Couch Conversation Show. Steve Copeland from the Couch Conversation. Steve Copeland from the Couch Conversation. Steve Copeland from the Couch Conversation Show. Come on, family. Steve Copeland from the Couch Conversation. Steve Copeland from the Couch Conversation. Steve Copeland from the Couch Conversation Show. This is not, and I keep telling y'all over and over and over and over and over, this is not your regular live stream platform. What part y'all don't understand? This is the Couch Talk Show. Steve Copeland. It's about keeping life real. If you are this fake, phony person, and I'm talking mainly for TikTok's sake, do not come on my stuff. But you know what you'll do? You'll turn around and you'll hear, I'm going there anyway. And you're going to be dropped. So why waste your time? Why waste your time? If you cannot come up here on this platform and be honest with yourself about life, if you can't be honest with yourself on this platform, and talk about whatever little issues you might be having because you need somebody, you know, you needed something, a way to vent, and you might need somebody to listen and it can encourage you and motivate you. You're welcome. But if you come up here with that bull crap, you're going to be dropped. Just keep it in mind. This is not your regular platform that you can go on and act like a fool on. No. And as the host, if you feel like you're going to overtalk me, I am going to drop you. That's like you coming in my household telling me what you're going to do and how you're going to do it. I'm going to drop you. I wouldn't disrespect your place like that. I don't want you to disrespect mine. So get it out your head. Feeling like I can do whatever I want. I can say whatever I want. Oh yeah, you can, but not up here. If I don't like it, you're gone. And I want to make this very, very, very clear to you black people. I want to make this very, very, very clear to you black people. If you hate white people, this is not the platform for you as well. Okay? If you hate white people, this is not the platform for you. Do not come up here talking about YT this, the system that. Don't do that. Because the people that's oppressing us is not all YT. The people that's enslaving us is not all YT. And when I say us, I'm not just talking about black people. That's your bull crap. But you won't stand up and fight for your civil rights, equal rights, and constitutional rights. But you'll steady run off at your mouth. But you're afraid to stand up for yourself. So I know once it get hot and some people decide they want to come on TikTok, I do. And I am going to ask you women, since y'all like being smart, all men this, all men that, I want to ask you personally, for a 64-year-old man, retired from trucking, grandkids, started his own LLC, man of Christ, what benefits can you bring to my life? I want to see, do you have it in you? Now, I'm going to ask y'all that. Bring your butt up. I want to know what benefits can you bring him? I know what I got to offer you. I'm sitting up here, right? This lady going through menopause. 51 years old. She going through stuff. She wanted to talk with a man that understand where she at. But if you got an attitude, I can't even fathom what you're going through and how you feeling. But because you're pained up and you're miserable because of what you're going through, you cannot take it out on somebody else. And I'm steady telling this woman because she coming for me. I'm not trying to fix you. I don't have a problem with listening to you. But you steady coming at me. Like I'm your punching bag. No, I'm not. Blah, blah, blah. Yes, you are. I ain't in competition with you. And I had to tell her, don't call my phone no more. Why did I gotta tell you don't call my phone? 1 minute you all right. The next minute 1 minute I'm a good man. The next minute I ain't this, I ain't that. What I want to pick up? Come on, I'm not your man. And you don't even realize, and I'm trying to point out to you what you're doing. Like we're in a relationship. I'm like, no. And I'm going to say this to some of y'all women. Please stop doing that. Please stop doing it. Talking about men don't listen, men don't this, men don't that. A lot of the stuff that y'all go through physically and mentally, and I'm talking about according to your body. No, we're not going to understand because we're not women. Just like when we go through certain things with our body, y'all ain't going to understand because y'all not men. Well, y'all don't really go through much. It ain't no measurement here. Whatever we go through, we go through. I done talked to this lady on the phone last night. Matter of fact, she sound drunk. And I asked her what she drinking. She gonna tell me no. But you sound just like it. But you won't even be honest. So if you can't be honest and I'm recognizing certain things, what do I want to be bothered with you for, at least on a personal level? Or why would I want you on my platform, right? And if I'm up here talking about recovering addicts, right? I mean, smug addicts, right? Stuff like that. If I'm up here talking about the recovery process and you can't talk about recovery, but you a therapist, them two don't even go together. And then you talking about how you work with other women, but you steady saying stuff that's degrading, rather than you saying you going through certain things, the menopause stuff. You're not saying nothing positive to flip it. It's other women that's going through certain things in life, right, women? And it could be menopause. It could be somewhere along that line, right? Or dealing with depression or whatever. The point is, as a professional, my thing is you should be able to work around those feelings or whatever you're going through. But you're not. You're not using your education to better yourself. Your knowledge, your degrees. Now, I have to work in knowledge of the 12 steps and 12 traditions and the 12 concepts of NA. So anytime I'm feeling down and out or rough and stuff like that, I'm going to use the 12 spiritual principles. I'm talking about the steps of NA to change that mindset. It doesn't take a degree for me to do that. It doesn't take letters behind my name or a certificate or license. And then on top of that, I got the spiritual program, right? As a religious or spiritual man, I know how to comfort myself through the word of God. But you got all the information, all the knowledge, and you're not using it to help you cope with whatever you're dealing with. But you expect for a man to really understand where you at, what's going on, and what's happening. Now I'm 64 years old. You got me not wanting to date a 51-year-old or 52-year-old now. I'm in my head saying maybe I need to date somebody 50 and under, like way under 50, but over 40. And the moment she get to going through those menopause phase, Dr. Williams, I'm going to leave her alone. Bye. Because I'm going to tell you, if all women that's dealing with menopause at 51, 52, whatever time that cycle come, however it might make you feel, if you're going to act like you possess, I'd rather mess with somebody that's not there yet. And the moment she get to that age or she start going through that cycle, let her go. Bye. Next. All the way up till I get to about 100. Or till God called me home. The hell I want to be bothered with you for, and you going through you going through all of that type of stuff, and I don't even know what's going on. 1 minute you here, the next minute you gone. Maybe we gonna have to go get some holy water. I thought she was a friend. Yeah, I'm a friend. I'm not your boyfriend. I'm not your man. I'm a friend. I told her don't call me until that stuff passes. The menopause. If it takes 20 years for you to get through those menopauses or whatever you're going through, do not call me till it's past. And if you come on my platform talking crazy, I'm going to drop you. Because you're a professional. You don't know how to heal your mind about what's going on, don't come up here. Got me in my head talking about I don't want to mess with nobody in there 51, 52. It make me start looking at all women around that age, cranky, grouchy, going through menopause, hot flashes, up and down. You got to cut on the air conditioner, get in the walk-in freezer and all that type of stuff. Why you want to push that on a man? You shouldn't have never took that apple off the tree. They're going to turn around and get mad with the man. You the one grabbed that apple. Didn't he say don't eat that apple from the tree of good knowledge? And then you want to turn around and blame the man because you going through menopause and all that type of stuff. You should not have touched that apple. Don't get mad with us. He only bit it. And you're going to turn around and get mad with us because now y'all start periods. Y'all start cramps. Y'all start this. Y'all start that. But your ancestor took the apple off the tree. And then y'all going to turn around and blame us. And the only reason why he bit the apple because he didn't want to lose his baby, his girlfriend, his wife. And that's why y'all try to punish us. Talking about it's cold out there where you at and you had to put the air conditioner on. Look, I don't know nothing about that. But you want us to feel your pain. I can't feel that. That's like me getting hemorrhoids. If I get hemorrhoids or I get, what is that stuff? We're constipated. Can you feel when I'm constipated? Can you take that pain away when I'm constipated and I gotta or go get something, soften that up? So look, I might not know how y'all feel when y'all pregnant or when y'all giving birth. We might not know as men, but let us get constipated and that sucker don't want to act right coming out. I'm telling you, let us get constipated. And we be sitting there trying to get that mess out, telling her, nah, she feel giving birth. Stretching your booty, boot, boot, boot. Y'all want to compare the two? This person, not even my woman, have never, excuse me, have never dated her. Gave you an open ear so you can vent. But I say one thing, right? And I was downstairs thinking about that too, right? I say one thing out my mouth. I say one thing out my mouth. And just because you're a very educational person with degrees, you will turn around and repeat everything I say, but just in a more intellectual way. And I'll be like, God darn, didn't I just say that? What is the purpose? Why do y'all feel that need to do that? And then y'all see the way I talk, right? You see how loud I get. There you go. You angry. You mad. I'm like, no, I'm not. You know I'm a big mouth, bald-headed black dude. So anything she could label me by, right, to say negative to me, you was doing it. But didn't realize she was doing it. What the hell is that? want you in my life. If you got a critique, and I'm just talking about talking or anything, not relationship stuff, right? But if me and you on here, right, and you on my platform, why every time I open up my mouth, you feel as though you need to fix or correct my words? Not on here. Don't you do that, because you make me feel like you're trying to run and dictate my life. I would not do that to you. And if I tell you that's what you're doing, take a look at yourself. And it makes me when you come like that with me, like I gotta argue with you, man or woman, I'm not gonna keep you around me too long. I'm not. Because if I feel as though we gonna go through this and that muscle bound bull junk, I'm gonna let you go. What the hell I need you for? If I feel like I gotta argue with you, you better take that bull crap somewhere else. I will cut a lot of people off. I'm good for doing that. I'm not trying to make my life miserable. I'm not trying to make my life miserable. I said this year. Now last year, it was last year. Right? My goal is to be a better man with the business, with the talk show, with everything I do this year than I was last year. Basically, all I'm saying is I'm standing firm on my morals, values, and principles. That's all. Not to compromise my life because of somebody else's. Well, my morals and values. That's all. And I'm asking you to do the same for yourself. Stand firm on your morals, your values, your principles. You ain't got to kiss nobody booty to be along with, to get along with them. If you can't be your true self or your true nature as a human being, stop being around people that don't appreciate and love you for you. And then again, too, you ain't got to love me, because I love me. And I sit up here and I say this, right? I said I want a woman that's equally yoked. Y'all missed the whole thing. I sit here and say this, right? None of my wives, I've been married twice. I'm a church-going man. We didn't pray together. We didn't worship together, stuff like that. I never had a woman in my life that was mentally, emotionally, or spiritually yoked like me. As far as for her love and her compassion for the body of Christ and the work in the ministry. I never had that. So I'll say it, right? And it flies right over your head. I ain't gonna be fixing no man. I ain't say fix me. I already got it there. But can you bring yours? And it flies right over your head. That's how I know you ain't got it in you. Because you can only give me back what's there. If you know how to love yourself, be faithful to yourself, or have faith in yourself, being loyal to yourself, that don't mean you're not going to do nothing wrong. It's just being loyal. True. If you don't know you, if you don't know how to love you, how can you give me you if you don't know how to give it? Because you don't have it in you. And I say this, and a lot of y'all will come back with it. I ain't doing this, I ain't doing that, because it go to show me you ain't got it there. Because you can only get back what's there. It ain't there. So I know you ain't got it. And you don't realize when I make that comment on certain platforms and y'all come back with it, I already know. You done told on yourself. Thinking you saying something smart. You done told on yourself. I'll be like, whoop, there go one, there go two, there go three, because you ain't got it in you. If I tell you I want somebody and I sit here and told y'all the type of stuff I do as a man of God, as a person that believes in Jesus Christ, do you really think I want to mess with somebody that don't believe in Jesus Christ? My first wife didn't go to church with me and everything. My second wife, we did go to the, we grew up in the church together with the kids, but we didn't pray together. We didn't do none of that stuff together. So what makes you think I want to mess with somebody else and I'm going to church and we can't go together? We can't pray together. We can't read Bible together. Do you really think I want somebody? I might not feel like reading. I might want you to read to me. You might not feel like reading. I might want to read to you. So you can't give it back if it ain't in you. That's why I say I want somebody equally yoked. Y'all don't even know what equally yoked is. Yes, you do. I'm sorry. I apologize. Because when you, hey, la, la, hey, Dr. La, la, because when you're dealing with chaos and confusion, that's what you gravitate. Chaos and confusion. I'm not for it. I'm not for it at all. I'm too old for that crap. And a lot of women will sit back and say, no, you're not. You ain't too old for it. You need to hear this mouth. You need to hear that. I will lock you outside. Keep playing with me. Keep playing. Better ask my ex-wife. I love you, boo-boo. I'm talking about my ex-wife. I love you, boo-boo, but you know, I had to let you go. I had to let you go. And I'll be sitting up there telling y'all don't like to listen. My son gonna call me talking about, Dad, you gonna buy us a chicken box? Guess who else wanted the chicken box? His mother. I said, you can get her one too. Just because we ain't together no more, that don't mean I don't love her. I love her for where she live at, and I love myself for where I live at. Excuse me, y'all. I'm drinking my Diet Pepsi and stuff. Y'all better pay attention. I don't hate her. I don't hate her at all. It just didn't work. I wasn't willing to stick around and do the work. And then y'all will fix it and say, oh, well, she left you. Well, somebody left somebody. Y'all be thinking y'all saying something. Well, she left you. Well, if she left me, that was good. If I left her, that was good. Ask me how much peace I have in my life now. Just because I don't have to deal with all that chaos and confusion. And I don't want to look at a relationship. I don't want to look at a marriage in a bad way. Y'all make things look bad. Y'all try to make other men and other women think that there aren't no good women out there. Like there aren't no good men out there. I will never believe that lie y'all saying out your mouth. Even though I say certain things out my mouth. I will never give up on our women. The point is, I know what I have in here to bring to a marriage. You notice I didn't just say relationship, did you? I know what I bring to a marriage. I know who I am as a whole. I know who I am as a man. I know what I bring. I want her to know what she brings. Because I can give you what's here. And if I don't get the reciprocation back, I will start feeling drained mentally, emotionally, and spiritually for the work I do in the community. If I don't get the love, the affection, the attention back, I will start feeling drained because it's like I'm giving out so much, but I'm not spiritually being fed back. I'm not mad at a lot of y'all. Sometimes y'all come on here, we have a good talk, we talk a good game. Next thing I know, I don't hear from you no more. I'm all right with that because it goes to show me whether you real or not. I haven't given up on nothing. My talk show, I normally do Monday, Wednesday, Friday at 4 o'clock. I came on at 4:30. It's a half an hour. If I don't come on at 4:30, I'll come on At least I try to come on that day, right? I'll try to come on that day. I don't be wanting to come on a lot of time, but it's like the spirit be like, no, you need to go on your show. That's why I come on. Because somebody somewhere need to hear. I'm not trying to bring chaos and confusion into your life. I feel like if I destroy people's lives, if I came up here and I talked a lot of like stuff discouraging, discrediting our people, I feel like the Holy Spirit will eat me up. I do. I'm talking about my conscience wise. I do. I can only share my experience with you. Right? Even with saying certain things out my mouth, if you listen to what I was saying about the lady that's going through menopause, right? Whatever that is, with the hot flashes and the air conditioner in the window during the winter time and all that type of stuff, and she want the man to feel what she feeling, heck to the no. Why would you? We don't want it. If we know you messed up like that, we don't want to feel that mess. And the more you try to bring it over here, it's like, keep them cramps, menopause, hot flashes, keep that to yourself. I don't want that mess over here. In the name of Jesus, I rebuke you. I rebuke you. Keep that evilness over here. You know, they're going through winter flashes and tornadoes and what is that? North Pole flashes. Better go jump in some ice cold water. Bringing that mess over here and think a man's supposed to stand still and take that stuff. Heck to the no. And you not my woman, and you think I'm supposed to take it? I be like, no, you had that stuff. You keep what you, that's yours. Don't get mad at us. I never experienced nothing like this in my life. I ain't never experienced it either. I ain't trying. You starting to experience menopause, hot flashes, whatever y'all call it. I don't know what it's called. I just know keep it over there where you at. I'm gonna try to get a man to understand that stuff. He gotta feel what you feeling in order to really understand what you feeling. Make me don't want no new girlfriend. I'm gonna make sure the next woman come in my life, she will be under 50, but over 40. And if we long enough for her to start getting her hot flashes and all that type of stuff, when she going through that, I'm gonna trade her in for something newer. Because if she start acting like you did towards me, I'm gonna trade them in every time. That goes to show me I can't mess with no women in their 50s. So how old do you gotta be, ladies, when y'all don't have hot flashes and menopause and all that type of stuff? Now, I might have to go for the ones that have been through it. Because I'm 64, so I might have to date somebody older. Come on, can somebody put an age in there for me? When do the menopause, the periodicity, I'm just thinking of certain words, right? Come on, I need to know. Because you think I want somebody in my daggone life and one day I wake up and you hanging up in the ceiling and stuff like that. I'm trying to figure out why. I don't care. Can a guy put something in there? How old do a woman, when a woman is not going through her menopause cycle, how old normally when they pass their body? Because I'm 64. I need to date somebody like 50, 55, stuff like that. If y'all going through your menopause and hot flashes and you need to be in what is that snow place? You need to be in Alaska when you going through the hot flashes and the menopause and you sweating all over the place and you only what 51, 52. How long do it last? And how long, like, old do you be to pass it? Because look, when it start kicking in, let me know so I know not to make sure I don't mess with nobody that age. I ain't putting up with it. Suppose I meet somebody 50 years old, right? And she start having hot flashes at 51, and then we get married. So what y'all gonna say? Oh, you gotta put up with it. You're a lie. You tell it to somebody else. I'm looking at my gray right here. I ain't got gray up here like that. Look at that. Look at that. I ain't got gray up here like that. I got gray here. When I start seeing gray coming up like that, you gone. You gone. You start stressing me out. When it get to the point I cannot count the gray on my face, you're gone. And if you stressing me out, it ain't me stressing me out, you are gone. I ain't playing. I'm too pretty for that. It ain't gonna make me age real quicker. I think I look good for somebody that's getting ready to turn 64. I ain't playing. So I'm waiting. Oh, come on. You must have. I know you went high. You ain't definitely ain't go low. I knew. Because I just say nowhere in the world you drop. I got you. I had a doctor's appointment today, right? That's a goddamn shame. Now, I forgot what I think I went to sleep like 5 o'clock messing with Tam and them, right? We over there cracking on each other, cracking jokes on each other and everything, right? I'm like, Steve, go to sleep before your butt get up late, right? Now, my doctor's appointment wasn't until like 1:20. So when I woke up to look at the clock, it was like 9 o'clock. I go back to sleep a little bit. I look again to make sure I'm not. It's 10 o'clock. Like what? So I'm like, all right. And be honest with y'all, I feel sleepy because I didn't, sleep. To me, when I don't really have nothing to do, I'll sleep basically the half of the day away. That's just my body, right? I said I'm gonna go on here for a while. But one thing about what I do, right? I do not expect y'all. I really don't. When you talking about life and you talking about the reality of life, um, a lot of people it's like, and I know they be looking for good platforms they can go on, but a lot of us just like that chaos and confusion. It bothers my spirit. It bothers my spirit. It's like I can come in a little bit, then after a while, I'm gone. Because once it get too chaotic, it's like I have to back up. It bothers my spirit. I was listening to Mr. Petty. I was waiting for you. I thought you was gonna go on last night when I got off. I can't. I. It's like I'm not for it. I'm not for it. You try to tolerate because life has its ups and downs. You know what I mean? And it ain't gonna be perfect. So you try to tolerate certain things, but on certain platforms, Whew, it bothers my spirit. And I have to back up off you. I have to back up. When I watch us coming for each other the way we do, that kind of bothers me too, because, you know, it's to make fun out of certain things. You get me? Um, Even though when I see what's happening, and I'm getting ready to say something like towards the system, we know how things been designed. We already know how stuff been designed way before, and I'll be 64 before I was born. I was sitting up here thinking the other day, I said, I'm gonna look up the first black person that ever voted, woman wise, right? Because we always had these rights. Do not get it wrong. We always had the rights, but it was without the whole goal of the 1964 was to pass the civil rights movements where we could have rights in voting and stuff like that without being discriminated against. Read up about the first black man that ever voted. Read up about it, right? So back in the days, they was able to vote, but it's just a lot of them was abused physically, was taunted, stuff like that. So it basically scared them away from voting, but they would vote. But because of the civil rights movement, the whole goal was for them to be able to vote, all right, nephew, without being discriminated against. So now they had protection. That's what the 1964 voters' rights movement was all about as well. Being able to vote without discrimination. I was listening to Dawn today, and these are, I'm going to say, politicians, right? Donald is a Republican and he's an older gentleman, wise man. But on top of that, he made a statement out of his mouth towards some stuff that's like taking place. And he was talking about the Civil Rights Act. And not just that, Martin Luther King birthday, we celebrate January the 15th. And not just that, February is Black History Month. And I know a lot of y'all do not care. But I feel like with the Republicans in the place, and this is what some people were saying, they're going to try to remove a lot of stuff out the way. You have a lot of black people, right? Now, I'm going to say Republicans. They're not really for Trump, but they are Republicans because of what they stand for, as far as, and it's like the Democrats. I'm going to say their political beliefs, right? You got to understand what both parties stand for. The Republican Party wants the individuals, basically, and I'm going to go with the poor people, they want them to be more independent where they don't have to rely on the state and the government funding programs. That's why their goal is to cut out a lot of these programs. I didn't understand that at first until I started working with the Republicans. But then they made a statement where they was talking about like helping the people. So I'm like, cool, come on, because you know we looking for solutions. I'm solutions. They nowhere around. So what I begin to understand for a lot of y'all, and this is what I wrote on that paper. I mean, I sent back to the comment. I don't care what laws and policies you put into place or bills, you know, you sign into law. I don't care what you put into place. But do you have solutions towards working those things out? Y'all missed that. They are law creators. They are makers. They are law makers. But they does not come with the solution on how we can resolve this. How can we slow that down? It's just laws that create it. And the reason why I was able to share that on there, because it's people like myself and other organizations or businesses that's actually on the foot, on the ground level, that come up with solutions towards the laws that they pass. It's always a way to work around them. It's always a way to help your people. See, y'all so busy stuck on the laws itself. That's why you never hear them talk about interventions. So I already know either you're part of the problem or you're part of the solution. So I sent that message over there, right? Because everybody they looking at 1964, 65, all that, the civil rights movement. And they feeling as though when Donald made that statement, he felt as though we're not getting ahead. He feels as though we're not getting ahead. Yes, we are. What I learned is just a slow process with change. A lot more is changing than what we realize or have changed. But the way they designed it, as far as putting the news back out, is to make you think that there's no changes that's coming about or have changed. It has changed. So I responded back to him. And everybody was coming for Donald because Donald is, I don't think he's a Trump fan, but he's a Republican. And they started going for him because of his Republican beliefs. And not only that, because of the stuff that's happening now, with them wanting to cut out like stamps, with them wanting to cut out touch Medicaid, all this, as far as people, the people that need their help the most, and they talking about cutting out these programs, but they point the fingers at the Democrats. If it's any time you would want the Democrats to be in position, mainly for the less fortunate or the ones that need the help the most, is like now. Rather you believe them or not, or rather you like what the Democrats stand for, this is one time, I'm telling y'all, the Democrats need to take back control of the House. And for a lot of y'all that's already say like, you live in a more conservative life, you live in a real good life, you make 60, 70, 80, 100,000 or more a year. But you know the ones that's living in poverty, below the poverty rate, that's struggling to make it in life, it's like to y'all don't care. Whatever that's going on with them, well, it ain't me. Blah, 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 blah. And that's the way a lot of I hear y'all talk. Because it's not you financially, but little by little by little by little, you are becoming the new poor people. My niece was telling me the other day that her job cut out overtime. So she had to go get another job to cover. She's been trying to get them to give her overtime back so she can just work that one job. She had to go grab another job. But one thing about my family, man, I know they're going to do what they got to do when they got to do it. My niece yesterday, family, and I am not. I'm getting sick and tired of this patriarchy stuff. And I know y'all turn around and you take a positive situation and you turn it into something negative. My niece said, Uncle Steve, the matriarch of the family is gone, which was my mother and my aunt. I'm going to put it like that. She said, you are the patriarchy, Steve, the patriarch, Steve. I tell y'all that all the time. This was my niece 46 years old. She said, Uncle Steve, you are the patriarch to keep our family together, to carry on the torch from where my mother left off at, and my aunt. She said, you are Uncle Steve. Do y'all know how good that made me feel? And then y'all want to come on TikTok and take that word patriarchy and twist it and mm, mm, mm. I always said the matriarch because that's what I knew my mother as. And that's the words that I was used to hearing. Not realizing the male is the patriarch. If you want to add that on the end. Everything it described as far as the patriarchy, right? That's me. It sounded just like me. The only part, well, it described me. The only part I didn't like when I read the part where it talks about how we'll take women, and I'm going to just use my own words because I didn't like it, kind of mold them and shape them and all this, like dominate the women. I'm like, oh no, because that's not how I see it. I think the women, only because of my mother, are the most powerful vehicles in our life. And us as men, you don't hear me like degrading the woman. Because I watched my mother raise 7 children by herself and taught me. I asked her, why did you teach me this? Why did you teach me that? Because she said, you are the most responsible one, Steve. I was a child. But I learned well. So that's why when I hear women say there are no good men out there. And my thing is, you're looking at one right here. I don't care how I stumble and fall, make mistakes in my life. The point is to get up, correct it, and keep moving. You're going to fall again. Get up, correct it, keep moving. You're going to fall again. That's life. But you learn from your mistakes. And you try not to do the same things again. That again. You're going to fall short. Have you heard me one time, even though I was talking about somebody with the menopause thing? Men don't understand that. I have no problem in listening to you, but if you grouchy, you angry, you cranky, you snappy, don't take it out on me. Because if you don't mean it, I feel like you do. So I'm telling you, I don't like the way you coming at me. Then you think I'm supposed to just take you beating on me. That's how I was feeling. But you was doing it with this. And I kept trying to tell you. You already know you in a certain mode, right? What is it, mentally, physically? You already know it. You already know you're not in a healthy state. But you can't even admit to yourself, you know what? You right. I'm sitting up there at the doctor's office texting. I was downstairs in the waiting area to leave texting. But they steady talking about themselves like nobody else have their own little issues going on. And I'm always saying to myself, look at this. Nothing else in the world matters but this right here. I'm at the doctor's appointment. They had my feet operated on. Y'all know that. Haven't been able to really move around like I want to because it's cold. I'm talking about walking wise. I was able to take a walk today, and I'm going to tell you, my legs did not feel like it. So I can feel the difference in the body parts. You get me? But do you hear me on here complaining in a negative way? Because no matter what, I was able to take a walk. Even though, you know, I realized because I wasn't able to take a walk as long as I have. It's a difference going up and down the steps, you know, back and forth, stuff like that. That seemed normal, but now I'm stretching more. And I'm starting to feel where, you know, the legs, and I'm looking at the leg that I was operated on, right? The feet, I'm still wobbling. It's like it's not there yet. And this was August. But I wasn't complaining because I was walking. I was able to walk. So why am I sitting back there, oh my God, I got my legs operated on in August, and I can't hardly walk. I can't do this. I can't do this. It still hurts. Come on. Better flip that bull crap around. My son wanted the chicken box. I got us a chicken box, right? Even brought his mother a chicken box. I even got me a cake. I told him, I said, get me a cake. Because I haven't had a cake in a while. I said, give me a cake. I ain't want to pay no goddamn $5 with no one slice of cake. I said, give me a cake. You know I don't eat like chicken wings. Like I just ate one. That's all I ate was one. And mostly the fries, but I put some seasoning all on the fries. Because I don't order out that much. And talk with him and his sister and a couple of the young kids from around the neighborhood that's grown now. All of them grown. I'm like, God dang. That's all I hear people say, hey, Mr. Steve, hey, Mr. Steve. I'm like, what? Grown. And that's a good feeling to watch your children when they was younger, growing up with their little younger friends in the neighborhood, now all of them grown. I sent a little video over, right? Because y'all know I'm in granddaddy mode. I cannot, to be honest with y'all, because of the business, right? Or the work that I do in the ministry and stuff like that. Because of the business, because of the work I do, because my business, Strengthen the Community, is basically surrounded around like Jesus Christ coming back into the community, the poor community, to help embrace and build up in the community. That's why the vision Strengthen the Community came about. The Latanya D. Copeland House of Hope. So if you understand Jesus Christ's purpose, right? Whether Jesus was phony to y'all or whoever told y'all this and told y'all that, that's fine. But as a man of Christ, knowing that he came to this earth, then he came to the less fortunate. the homeless, the less fortunate people. He came to them to help build them up and to encourage them, motivate them, and stuff like that. And then I tell y'all, basically, I'm walking in the footsteps. I ain't say I'm healing people in that sense, removing this and removing that. But in a sense, when you get people to smile from them being, say, broken inside, when you can get them to smile and embrace them and motivate them, that is a form of healing. What is wrong with y'all? I love the way my pastor broke it down. When he said Jesus fed the 5,000 with the 2 fishes and the 5 loaves of bread. And the way he broke it down, like when Jesus traveled, people would pack food to travel, right? You always do. Some of them might have ran out of food, so they fed each other. This is how my pastor broke it down. So when I get donations, right, whether it's food, clothing, furniture, whatever we get, I'm talking about the ones in the community too. Whenever they get food, whenever they where they had a food drive, where they have the I would just say pantry stuff. Whenever they giving food away in the community, feeding the community, embracing the community, I see the work of Jesus Christ and the disciples. Y'all don't see that? So for a lot of us that say Bible ain't real, it's the white man this and the white man that. There be black and white people out there feeding poor people too. Y'all don't see that? And then you'll turn around, Bible not real, Bible not this, Bible not that. It comes to life. I even went to prison a couple of years ago for speaking out with my mouth towards corruption, towards our people, fighting against the system. But I hear y'all talk a lot about the system. You already know what the system doing, but you're afraid to stand up to the plate. I be like, y'all talking all that bull crap, but afraid to step up. Stand on the front line. Oh yeah, I'll be checking y'all. I'll be listening. You real good talking behind the scene. Do you come to these community meetings? Do you ever go to to your neighborhood association meetings? Do you know who your House of Delegates are? Your House of Delegate members? Do you know who your council members are? Do you know who your mayor is? Do you know who your senators, your Congress members in your district, or Congress member in your district? But a lot of you want to sit on these platforms and run off at your mouth about a system that you don't even help fight against. And I'm there taking notes. You're chicken. You scared. You always run straight the white man this and the white man that. The white man human just like you. You're afraid of another human being? They are human. And I listen to y'all, the white man and the white man that, and the white teeth this and the white teeth that. The white teeth ain't no better than you. But y'all so goddamn going scared, you're afraid to stand up. Then when you get a big mouth bald head black dude like myself saying certain things, it's like, oh, he trying to encourage and motivate us to stand up and fight, but he make me sick. Because you're looking at yourself. I already know. I ain't got that energy like I used to have. You just heard me talk about when I was walking today. I just had my feet operated on in August. I ain't even regained my whole strength back in that leg right here. I'm out there walking like, God dang. Wait, hold on. And put me a good pair of tennis on too to walk in. Looking good. I'm walking in the hospital to go upstairs to see my new doctor, right? And I'm walking with a limp. I'm like, God dang. I'm thinking I didn't, I done healed a lot better. I know what I got to put some weights on it. I do. I got to put some weights on it. I already know that. I got to build up because I was looking at myself going down the steps the other day and I said, man, you look like you getting skinny as all outdoors. That's why look, that's why I couldn't wait on this chicken box today. And get me a cake too. Normally I don't buy, I like them, but $5 for a little slice of cake. Man, don't be calling me, worrying me, talking about boosting. All right, where you at? You cry baby. Let me see if I boost my ex-wife. I'm gonna see if she's gonna take it. Is she gonna get it? One of the guys I used to sponsor sent me something and said, I boost you. You ain't boost. You ain't sent me a boost back yet. Cry baby. Let me tell my F guy. I just sent it. But family. All right. I'm gonna end my restream live stream. I said I wasn't gonna go past 45 minutes, but I didn't went past it. So Baltimore City, I'm gonna end this.